Hello, it's 9 p.m. here in South Korea. Thank you for joining us on Arirang News. We begin with the latest in Turkey and Syria following the devastating earthquakes earlier this week. The number of deaths there has topped 21,000 with tens of thousands injured. Rescue operations are underway, but there are warnings that the number of losses could rise even further. Shin Ha-young leads our coverage tonight.
The death toll now stands at over 21,000 after the earthquakes in Türkiye and Syria, putting them in the top 10 deadliest quakes of the past 2 decades. According to the Turkish Disaster and Emergency Management Authority, the number of deaths in the country has risen to over 18,000 with more than 74,000 injured. Syria has confirmed at least 3,300 dead. As the death toll rises, the United States Geological Survey on Friday raised its casualty outlook once again. According to its report, the probability of the death toll exceeding 100,000 is now 24%, which is 10 percentage points higher than it was 2 days ago. The USGS also raised the probability of the death toll coming in lower than 100,000 to 35% from the previous 30%. Rescue operations continue, though the so-called golden time for survival of 72 hours since the first quake has passed. However, according to the New York Times, residents of Syria are expressing frustration because the aid, they say, was too little and too late. The aid from the United Nations arrived at Syria on the 4th day since the quake hit, but people are saying it did not include urgently needed supplies of food and daily necessities. In Syria, footage showed a 3-year-old boy rescued from the rubble some 42 hours after the quake destroyed his home and killed his family.
Today, Tariq was saved and thank God he is now alive and in intensive care, but first he risks losing both of his legs. And second, there are many children like him under the rubble who have still not been found because there is no way to get to them.
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization estimates that the quakes have affected around 23 million people in Turkey and Syria. It also warned things could get worse due to a secondary health crisis caused by freezing cold temperatures and hunger. Shin Ha-young, Arirang News.